Achieving a net worth of $1 million is a goal a lot of people share. That's probably because they see it as being enough money for retirement, or to live the lifestyle of their dreams. You also automatically earn the title of millionaire, and that's something you aspire to because it means you made it in life. $1 million is more money than most of you have ever had in your checking account, and in theory, it's enough money for you to quit your job and retire early. That amount of cash doesn't mean you can go traveling the world and spending like there's no tomorrow, but you would have a nice household income to maintain a comfortable lifestyle for yourself and your family. It would be a nice nest egg for you, but maybe you're not willing to wait until you're at the retirement age of 65. After all, why wait until you're too old to enjoy the money you've squirreled away? What if we could show you how to make $1 million within the next 5 to 7 years? Start with bite-sized goals. It's a great idea to break a larger goal into smaller chunks. After all, how do you go about eating an elephant? One bite at a time, folks. First-time marathon runners don't wake up one morning, strap on a pair of sneakers, and run 26.2 miles on their first attempt. Instead, they establish a training plan, repeatedly running shorter distances until they achieve their goal. Earning $1 million is achieved using the same methodology. Setting a time frame around your goal makes you accountable to it, and that's the only way to achieve real success in anything you do. But before we go any further, look back on the last 5 years of your life. What have you achieved? What would you do differently? How would it have felt to tackle any of the challenges you faced with $1 million sitting in your checking account? Making $1 million by the numbers. Earning $1 million in a year requires that you earn $83,333 per month. That breaks down to $20,830 per week. Based on an average 40-hour work week, that means you need to earn $480 per hour. But we're looking at a 5-year plan, so the amount you need to earn per hour is now $96. Let's assume that you're not actively working to earn $1 million, but that it's achieved through passive income streams. Figuring out how to make $22 per hour through passive income isn't nearly as scary as trying to come up with a business plan to generate $1 million overnight, is it? Now you can see just how manageable this goal is. So here are a few ways to make $1 million in 5 years, and they're totally doable. Number 1. Understand the game. $1 million ideas versus scale mentality. Far too many people are utterly obsessed with coming up with $1 million idea in the hope it will make them millions of dollars. And while some people do actually manage to do this, it's not the smartest way to tackle the financial goal you set for yourself. Instead of looking for that one big, elusive $1 million idea, why not look for an idea that will generate $10 of profit? And then repeat that process 100,000 times. You see, earning large amounts of money is often more about perspective and planning than it is coming up with an idea nobody else has thought of. In fact, it's far easier to come up with a product or service you can sell for $10 to tens of thousands of people than it is to come up with the one big idea that you can sell to an investment company. Operating in the $1 million idea mindset can be very frustrating because you have the desire to become financially independent, but you're going nowhere fast. So, when it comes to making $1 million, let's take a look at scale. And for the purpose of our thought experiment, we're going to combine the idea of scale with the concept of 1,000 true fans. Let's say you come up with a side hustle idea that generates $10 in profit every time you sell it. In your first year, you sell that product or service to 1,000 people, generating $10,000 in profit. In your second year, you take that $10,000, create a product worth $100, and then sell it to your next 1,000 true fans. You're now sitting on $100,000 in profit. Pretty neat, right? As your business grows and matures in years 3 and 4, you realize that you have a high-end product or service you can offer to customers. This new product costs $1,000, but you've built an amazing reputation in your industry, so you know you can find 1,000 true fans to purchase it from you. By year 5, you have generated $1 million in profit, and without ever having to find more than 1,000 people to purchase what you're selling. By the way, this projection doesn't include all the true fans who are still buying your $10 and $100 products. Number 2. Crush your self-doubt. The right mindset is often the deciding factor between earning as much money as you need and constantly trying but never getting there. You might feel that you lack formal education, or that you don't have enough savings, that your credit score isn't good enough, or that now is just not the right time for you to get started. That's just your inner critic talking, constantly reminding you of what's not possible. If it were possible to do so, I'd recommend punching your inner critic in the mouth. But let's not go down that road. But our world is full of examples of people who have done the seemingly impossible. People who built businesses from their garage and went on to become some of the wealthiest people in the world. And the weird thing is, many of the wealthiest people in the world lack a college education, like Bill Gates and Richard Branson, among many others. Number 3. Take action. Million-dollar dreams might feel good, but they don't move you any closer to your goal. You might not like hearing this, but what usually separates wealthy and successful people from those just scraping by is that wealthy people have trained themselves to recognize opportunity. The people who saw the potential in Bitcoin invested very early on in the life of that currency, made their money, and moved on to the next opportunity. They weren't like everyone else trying to invest when Bitcoin hit $5,000 or $10,000. Instead, they bought Bitcoin when it was worth almost nothing, speculating that it might become valuable within a few years, but also based on careful niche market research. The people who followed that process became multi-millionaires, including a handful of billionaires, as Bitcoin has rallied higher and higher. Conclusion. By now, you see that not only is it possible for you to achieve a net worth of $1 million within the next 5 years, but also that creating a multi-million-dollar income isn't quite as difficult as you thought it was. Self-made millionaires all follow the same basic advice we shared with you in this video. There are no secret societies or groups where future millionaires are given the secrets to generating free money and wealth. Now that you know how to make $1 million, you just need to take action. So what are you waiting for? So that's the end of the video. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel for more amazing content. Till the next video, take care.